Navigating U.S. Federal Opportunities, a comprehensive guide for Canadian companies. Welcome to the ScaleUP USA's Federal Business Accelerator podcast. I'm your host, and today we are diving into how Canadian companies can unlock lucrative opportunities with the U.S. federal government. Like, subscribe, and share your expertise. Please like, subscribe, and comment below with your expertise and interest in working with the U.S. federal government. Let's help each other succeed by teaming. Podcast overview. In this podcast, we'll cover 1. Why work with the U.S. federal government? 2. Strategies and knowledge to win federal opportunities. 3. Practical steps to build your U.S. federal practice. 4. U.S. federal programs for Canadian companies. 5. Green card holders versus H-1B visa holders. Podcast disclaimer. Stay tuned until the end to gain a comprehensive understanding of the topic. For more information, visit www.scaleupus.com and explore the Federal Business Accelerator. Please note that federal government programs, personnel, budgets, and priorities change frequently. Always refer to official government websites for the most current information. This podcast and our online programs aim to inform you about the challenges, opportunities, problems, and solutions involved in building a U.S. federal government practice. They are not intended to serve as consulting, legal, or financial advice. First section, the federal opportunity. The U.S. federal government, a vast marketplace. The U.S. federal government is the world's largest marketplace, with annual expenditures of over $9.3 trillion in FY 2023. In FY 2022, the federal government spent $6.8 trillion on grants and fixed charges, and $1 trillion on contracts and supplies. Additionally, the federal government is a major employer, providing jobs to over 10 million federal employees, contractors, and others as of 2023, making it a significant player in the global economy. The federal problem: less than 1% of the 33+ million businesses in the U.S. are registered to do business with the federal government. There is no formal learning process in place to guide them through the complex process of visioning, strategizing, planning, implementing, and continuously improving their federal business growth and execution strategy. As a result, many businesses resort to trial and error, which often leads to failure. The Canadian economy and U.S. federal opportunities. The Canadian economy, while stable and growing, has limitations that can hinder the growth of companies. With a population of just over 37 million, the domestic market is relatively small, restricting the potential for scaling up. Additionally, the Canadian government's procurement budget is limited, offering fewer opportunities for companies to secure large contracts. In contrast, the U.S. federal government offers a vast and diverse market, with a budget of over $9.3 trillion in 2023, providing unparalleled opportunities for growth. By working with the U.S. federal government, Canadian companies can tap into this vast market, securing large contracts and expanding their revenue streams, diversify their income and reduce their dependence on the Canadian market, access a wide range of contracting opportunities, from defense to IT to professional services, leverage their expertise and expand their global offerings, benefit from partnering with U.S. companies, expanding their global reach and competitiveness. FAR and DFAR explained. The Federal Acquisition Regulation, FAR, is a comprehensive set of rules governing all aspects of federal government procurement in the United States. It ensures that purchasing procedures are conducted in a fair, transparent, and consistent manner across all federal agencies. The Defense Federal Acquisition Regulation Supplement, DFAR, is an extension of FAR specifically tailored for the Department of Defense, DoD. DFAR includes additional regulatory requirements and policies that address the unique needs of defense-related acquisitions. Canadian firms working with the U.S. federal government. Canadian firms looking to work with the U.S. federal government must understand and comply with the FAR and DFAR clauses that apply to their contracts. FAR includes provisions that ensure foreign firms, including those from Canada, meet the same stringent standards as domestic companies in areas such as quality assurance, pricing, and ethical conduct. One of the key FAR clauses for Canadian companies is FAR 52.225, which addresses the Buy American Act and Trade Agreements Act. Under these clauses, Canadian products and services can be used in federal contracts due to trade agreements between the U.S. and Canada, such as the USMCA, United States-Mexico-Canada Agreement. This often provides Canadian firms with a competitive edge over firms from countries without similar agreements. Under DFAR, Canadian firms must navigate additional requirements when dealing with the DoD. DFAR clauses, such as DFAR 252.225, impose specific regulations on the acquisition of defense articles and services, ensuring compliance with national security measures and restrictions on sourcing materials from certain countries. Canadian firms benefit from the U.S.-Canada Defense Production Sharing Agreement, which allows them to participate in U.S. defense procurements on nearly equal footing with U.S. firms. However, they must still comply with cybersecurity requirements as outlined in DFAR 252-204-7012, which mandates that contractors protect controlled unclassified information, CUI, within their information systems. By thoroughly understanding and adhering to these FAR and DFAR clauses, Canadian firms can successfully engage in federal contracts while ensuring compliance with U.S. regulations and standards. Traditional U.S. federal market entry budgets. Traditionally, Canadian companies seeking to tap into the vast U.S. federal marketplace must be prepared to invest in their success. The estimated annual budget ranges from $440,000 to $900,000 to get started, broken down into advisory and consulting services, $50,000 to $100,000, proposal development, $100,000 to $200,000, registration and certifications, $20,000 to $50,000, marketing and business development, $100,000 to $200,000, legal and consulting services, $50,000 to $100,000, travel and training expenses, $20,000 to $50,000, staffing and overhead costs, $100,000 to $200,000. However, by leveraging ScaleUP USA's Federal Business Accelerator's innovative 3-tier program and partner network, these costs can be reduced to around $100,000. Listen till the end to understand how. Second section, the solution. Federal Business Accelerator Bundled Program. We designed the Federal Business Accelerator Foundational Bundled Program to equip U.S., Canadian, and other global companies with the knowledge and skills necessary to succeed in the U.S. federal market. This comprehensive program consists of 9+ highly relevant self-paced courses, developed through rigorous research, brainstorming, pilots, and interviews with government and industry professionals. More podcasts, checklists, and videos are regularly added based on feedback from listeners like you. This program was developed by former federal executive, Nitin Pradhan, who was part of the Obama-Biden administration and a federal CIO. You can connect with Nitin on LinkedIn. Accessible from anywhere, at any time. Accessible from anywhere, at any time, the Federal Business Accelerator program is delivered digitally to desktop or mobile devices, offering the flexibility and scalability needed to accommodate busy schedules. With a low investment and no initial equity dilution required, this program is an affordable and risk-free opportunity for Canadian businesses to establish a strong foothold in the U.S. federal market. By mastering the 10 key areas covered in this program, Canadian companies can confidently navigate the complex federal contracting landscape and start building a thriving U.S. federal government contracting practice. Start to exit roadmap. Navigating the federal contracting process can be like trying to find your way through a dense forest without a map. But with a clear roadmap, you can avoid most obstacles and reach your destination with confidence. Our Start to Exit roadmap provides a step-by-step guide to help you win contracts and grow your business faster, better, and more cost-effectively. Federal research tools. In the world of federal contracting, knowledge is power. Accurate market research is the key to unlocking that power. Our federal research tools provide up-to-date and relevant information on free tools to help you make informed decisions and stay ahead of the competition. Winning federal teaming. Teaming up with other businesses can be a game changer in federal contracting. However, it requires a strategic approach to form partnerships that drive results. Our Winning Federal Teaming program teaches you how to team up for success and win more contracts. Federal market and business development. Understanding the federal market is crucial for business growth. But it's like trying to read a foreign language book without a dictionary. You need the right tools to decipher the language. Our Federal Market and Business Development Program provides expert insights and strategies to help you develop a winning business and marketing strategy. Federal Sales Strategy. Developing a sales strategy is like crafting a masterpiece. It requires skills, creativity, and a deep understanding of the federal market. Our Federal Sales Strategy program teaches you how to develop a winning sales strategy that drives results and builds relationships with federal buyers. Winning Federal Proposal Writing. Writing a winning proposal is like solving a puzzle. It requires the right pieces to come together in a compelling way. Our Winning Federal Proposal Writing program teaches you how to write a proposal that meets federal requirements and stands out from the competition. Building federally focused careers. Building a talented team is like assembling a dream team. It requires the right players with the right skills and expertise at the right price. Our Building Federally Focused Careers program teaches you how to develop federally focused careers and attract top talent. Federal Program and Project Management. Managing federal contracts is like conducting a symphony. It requires harmony, rhythm, and a deep understanding of the music. Our Federal Program and Project Management program teaches you how to manage large federal projects, develop schedules, and control costs. Federal Legal Overview. Navigating federal contracting laws and regulations is like navigating a complex legal maze. It requires expertise and guidance. Our Federal Legal Overview provides expert insights and guidance to help you manage risk, ensure compliance, and avoid costly mistakes. Establishing a federal business incubator. Launching a federal business incubator is like planting a seed. It requires nurturing, care, and a vision for growth. Our Establishing Federal Business Incubator program teaches universities, colleges, economic development entities, and government organizations how to launch and manage a successful federal business incubator that drives revenue and growth in partnership with ScaleUP USA. Section 3, Practical Guide for Growth. Step 1, Designate a company executive for U.S. federal growth. Identify a suitable company executive staff member for U.S. federal growth. Someone who thoroughly understands your company, products, services, pricing, cost structure, and related aspects with U.S. citizenship if possible. Have this person join the online Federal Business Accelerator on ScaleUP USA and familiarize themselves with the bundled program. Once registered, schedule a 30-minute strategy session with federal expert Nitin Pradhan via LinkedIn. Ensure this meeting takes place after they've joined the online Federal Accelerator to maximize the value of the discussion. This step will help your chosen staff member gain valuable insights and guidance to drive your company's U.S. federal growth strategy. Step 2, Build a team with Federal Career Accelerator interns. Building a successful federal practice requires a team effort. Identify 4-6 for a paid internship in their third year of a bachelor's degree or first year of a master's program with relevant skills and interests. These interns should receive the Federal Career Accelerator training from ScaleUP USA, a 90-day program typically priced at USD $300. Under the guidance of your designated company executive for U.S. federal growth, these interns will work part-time to support your federal practice. Consider selecting a mix of interns in both the U.S. and Canada to bring diverse perspectives and expertise to your team. These interns will form the core of your cost-effective company's federal growth program, helping to drive success in the U.S. federal market. Step 3, Elevate your federal market entry with ScaleUP USA Advisory Services. Take your federal market entry to the next level with ScaleUP USA's expert guidance. Our digital advisory services will help you showcase your products or services in a compelling way, tailor-made for the federal marketplace. We'll support you in crafting a robust federal market development program, including a high-impact digital video pitch, and can even host it on our federal video marketplace that resonates with your goals and sets you up for success. We will help you shine in the federal market, differentiating your offerings and driving real results. Step 4. Showcase your game-changing solution with industry-powered learning. Got a game-changing solution for the U.S. federal market? Ready to invest in significant growth? Consider our industry-powered learning program. This industry-led initiative educates and informs U.S. federal ecosystem buyers and suppliers like governments, corporations, startups about cutting-edge technologies, innovative business models, and disruptive solutions from our industry partners. Developed in partnership with ScaleUP USA, this master program benefits both government and industry. The government gains insights into transformative products and services, while industry partners showcase their competitive edge and attract new opportunities. This program is a win-win for all. Step 5. Establish a physical presence in the U.S. Now that you've made progress on the previous steps, it's time to establish a physical presence in the U.S. Register your U.S. subsidiary and rent a shared office space in the Northern Virginia suburbs of Washington, D.C., and transfer your company executive staff member to this office under an L1 visa if this person is not a U.S. citizen. This L1 visa program allows companies to bring in foreign employees with specialized knowledge or executive managerial skills for temporary work assignments. With your office set up, you can now hire your interns full-time who have shown promise in the U.S. and Canada. The L1 visa program offers two categories. First, the L1A, executive managerial, for executives, managers, or individuals with specialized knowledge who will work in a managerial or executive capacity. Second, the L1B specialized knowledge, for employees with specialized knowledge or expertise who will work in a specialized capacity. This visa program is ideal for companies needing to transfer employees for specific projects or assignments, allowing them to tap into international talent and expertise. It's a great stepping stone for companies looking to expand their global presence in the U.S. Section 4. Specialty programs for Canadian companies. Canadian companies seeking to work with the U.S. federal government can leverage several specific programs and strategies to overcome common challenges and maximize opportunities. Canadian Commercial Corporation, CCC. The CCC is a federal crown corporation that acts as a prime contractor with the U.S. federal government and subcontracts to Canadian companies. This government-to-government contracting model provides assurance to U.S. federal buyers about the reliability of Canadian suppliers. The CCC facilitates access to U.S. Department of Defense, DoD contracts, helping Canadian companies navigate the complexities of U.S. federal procurement. Federal Technology Transfer, FCT, program. The FCT program is designed to commercialize federally developed technology through partnerships with industry. Canadian companies can participate in this program to develop and market products based on U.S. federal technology, fostering innovation and cross-border collaboration. Other Transaction Authority, OTA. OTAs are flexible procurement instruments used by the DoD and other federal agencies to acquire research and development and prototype projects. Canadian companies can operationalize OTAs by partnering with U.S. firms or consortia that have access to these agreements. This approach allows for quicker and more flexible acquisition processes compared to traditional federal contracts. Overcoming challenges for Canadian startups. Understanding and leveraging procurement vehicles. Canadian startups can utilize various procurement vehicles, such as the General Services Administration, GSA schedule, which provides access to federal, state, and local government buyers with guidance from government acquisition law firms. While Canadian companies don't qualify for small business set-asides, they can compete for full and open competition contracts and subcontracting opportunities, with some restrictions in some agencies. Check the Federal Business Accelerator program for building a U.S. federal government strategy. Relationship building and local government consultants. Building strong relationships with U.S. government agencies and utilizing local government consultants can significantly enhance a Canadian company's ability to secure contracts. These consultants can provide insights into procurement processes, introduce key stakeholders, and help navigate regulatory requirements. Complete the Federal Business Accelerator program before you embark on this step, so you don't waste your funds on unneeded consultants. Specific programs and initiatives. Cybersecurity Maturity Model Certification, CMMC. The CMMC initiative aims to enhance cybersecurity practices within the defense industrial base. Canadian companies providing cybersecurity solutions can align their offerings with CMMC requirements to better position themselves for DoD contracts. Federal Risk and Authorization Management Program, FedRAMP. Canadian companies offering cloud services can seek FedRAMP authorization to provide secure cloud solutions to U.S. federal agencies. This certification demonstrates compliance with stringent security standards, making it easier to compete for federal contracts. Joint Certification Program, JCP. The JCP certifies companies to access unclassified military technical data. Updating certifications and ensuring compliance with JCP standards can help Canadian companies engage more effectively with the DoD and other federal entities. State and local government, SLED, accounts. Adhering to initiatives like the White House Memorandum M2209, which mandates cybersecurity and IT modernization efforts, can open doors for Canadian companies to participate in state and local government contracts. Understanding and aligning with these initiatives is crucial for success. Cybersecurity within K-12 educational institutions. The Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, CISA, encourages collaboration with state planning committees to leverage funding for cybersecurity improvements in K-12 education. Canadian companies can participate in grant-approved services by aligning their offerings with state and federal cybersecurity initiatives. Effective strategies for selling to the U.S. government. Market research and understanding buying patterns. Conduct thorough market research to understand the buying patterns of U.S. government agencies, particularly the DoD. Identifying procurement trends and aligning offerings with agency needs can increase the likelihood of securing contracts. As mentioned, the Federal Business Accelerator program can help. Compliance and certifications. Obtain necessary certifications, such as CMMC and FedRAMP, to meet compliance requirements. Staying updated on regulatory changes and ensuring adherence to standards is critical for maintaining eligibility and competitiveness. Strategic partnerships. Form strategic partnerships with U.S.-based companies to leverage their existing relationships and contractual mechanisms. Joint ventures and subcontracting can provide a pathway to enter the U.S. federal market. Check out the team and course in the Federal Business Accelerator for building the most effective and efficient strategic partnerships. Government relations and advocacy. Engage in government relations and advocacy efforts to stay informed about policy changes and emerging opportunities. Participating in trade missions and industry events can enhance visibility and network with key stakeholders. Ensure you are subscribed to the ScaleUP USA podcast and the Federal Business Accelerator bundle for valuable tips and tricks to grow your federal business. By leveraging these programs and strategies, Canadian companies can effectively navigate the U.S. federal procurement landscape, overcome challenges, and secure valuable contracts with U.S. government agencies. Section 5, Green Card Holders versus H-1B Visa Holders. One of the questions we often receive is whether green card holders and H-1B visa holders can work in the U.S. federal government ecosystem. Our research has found the following. Green card holders, permanent residents. Green card holders are generally eligible to work directly for the U.S. federal government as employees, enjoying the same employment rights and benefits as U.S. citizens and many civilian agencies. This includes opportunities for security clearances and career advancement within federal agencies. Unlike H-1B visa holders, green card holders do not require sponsorship from a private employer to secure government positions. H-1B visa holders, doing government contracts as a contractor. H-1B visa holders can contribute to U.S. federal government projects indirectly through employment with private companies that hold certain civilian government agency contracts. These companies sponsor the H-1B visa and manage employment compliance with U.S. immigration laws and regulations. Generally, H-1B visa holders cannot become government employees directly, unless specific legislative exemptions or rare program provisions apply. Additional considerations. Both H-1B visa and green card holders may need to meet security clearance requirements for certain federal roles, with processes varying based on agency, individual circumstances, and position prerequisites. Employers engaging H-1B visa holders for government contracts must also ensure compliance with all relevant immigration laws and contractual obligations stipulated by federal agencies. Closing remarks: your success starts here. Join us at www.scaleupus.com and begin your journey to federal contracting success today. The right guidance can make all the difference. Final reminder: stay informed. Please note that federal government programs, personnel, budgets, and priorities change frequently. Always refer to official government websites for the most current information. This podcast and our online programs are designed to inform you about the challenges, opportunities, problems, and solutions in building a U.S. federal government practice. They are not intended to serve as consulting, legal, or financial advice. Thanks for listening. Thank you for tuning into the ScaleUP USA podcast. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. Share your expertise and interest in working with the U.S. federal government in the comments so others can team up with you. Together, we can achieve great things. All the best.